Breaking right now, a cop killer is on the loose. The feds offering a $30,000 reward for information on Miguel Limbrick. He is accused of shooting two officers near Georgia Southwestern State University. Officer Nicholas Smar, on the right, is now dead, and Officer Jody Smith is in critical condition. Limbrick posting this message on Facebook, quote, "Not going to jail." At the time of the shooting, he was wanted for kidnapping.
All right, let's bring in Sheriff David Clarke, who is joining us live. Sheriff, another senseless crime.
The senseless slaughter of America's finest continues. My heart and my prayers and thoughts go out to the good people in the state of Georgia as they try to get through this very difficult time. Just rips my heart out every time I hear of one of these things. And, you know, when a law enforcement officer is killed in the line of duty, a bit of every law enforcement officer in America dies with them.
You know, the other issue we wanted to talk to you about, not knowing this murder was going to take place, was about cop killing being a hate crime. And even though we think it's the most egregious thing, one of the most egregious things that can happen in our society, what would it mean to make it a hate crime?
Well, first of all, I think any murder is a hate crime. You'd have to hate somebody to murder them. But I think killing a law enforcement officer should be a capital crime, punishable by death. And if there's certain states that don't have the death penalty, then the federal government, the federal court system, should enact a death penalty for these cases, and they should go through the federal system, and upon conviction, they should be put to death.
Sheriff, what's happened to our country? Because I remember when I was growing up in South Carolina, where if you shot a cop or if you killed a cop, I remember as a kid even knowing that person's going to the electric chair. This was back when that's how they killed people, killed criminals. And now, look at, I mean, this country has changed so much. We've got so many more cops being shot on a regular basis. Where do we go wrong?
Well, we let the pacifists start to take over. That's what happened. We didn't go tough on crime like we used to. We've gone soft. We started talking about things like rehabilitation, second chance for individuals who have long criminal histories. There are a lot of things that go on that we need to do differently, but it starts with sending a clear and convincing message to the criminal element that there will be swift and severe consequences to criminal behavior. But until we get that mindset, and you look at some of the nonsense going on with this sentencing reform bill in Washington, D.C., this criminal justice reform bill in Washington, D.C., that's what has gone wrong, and it has come with some catastrophic consequences to good law-abiding people all across this country.